5.1.
Good morning. Welcome to the International Conference on Multidisciplinary Studies. I am Dr. Felipe Castillo Fiera, Chair of the Organizing Committee, and I am delighted to see colleagues from all around the world with us today. It is a truly international gathering. I am sure that we are all going to learn a great deal from each other during the next 2 days. Not only from the lectures and seminars, but also from the more informal discussions that take place over coffee and lunch. I am also pleased to see that so many students have joined us too. Welcome to you all. Before the first speaker of the day, I would like to point out a few changes in the program. You will find a copy of the program in your welcome packs. Everyone found it? Good. So, Dr. Maria Smart's talk at 9:30 on the role of IT in modern medicine will be in room 602, not 502. That's room 602. Dr. Smart will be looking at how computer technology is changing nursing and hospital practice. Professor Anwar's discussion group on science and the law in the 21st century is now timetabled for 11 o'clock this morning and not 5 this afternoon, and will be in Hall B. The discussions will cover both criminal and business law. Because of this change, the university workshop on careers in engineering and social science will now be taking place at 5 o'clock this afternoon in room 46 instead. Lastly, I'm sure some of you are probably interested in the effects of world trade on global warming and how to protect the planet. If so, you will be pleased to hear that Professor Carlo Brunetti has kindly agreed to give a talk on this important subject immediately after lunch today. That's at 2:30 in Central Hall. Well, I think that's all. Let me again welcome you to Madrid, and I hope you will all profit from today's events.
5.2. 1.
How do people see a member of our profession? I think that if you asked a member of the public, they would say an engineer is a man wearing a hard hat and big boots who walks around building sites. But that picture is not true in today's world. There are mechanical or electrical.
2.
So, as I was saying, patients' records are now stored electronically. This, of course, means that information can be shared faster and more efficiently between medical staff. It also means that hospitals no longer...
3.
To sum up, we've looked at the increasingly important role of studying evidence in laboratories, the use of DNA being the most well-known. The police have used this evidence in law courts for many years now. So let's go on to...
4.
No, indeed, Dr. Smith. Not all the effects of increased international commerce on the environment are negative. As I was saying, studies have shown that some trade can have positive.
5.3.
Excuse me, may I join you?
Please do. Of course.
Thanks. I'm Tom O'Farrell, by the way.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Louisa Parker.
Hello.
This is Rebecca Fong, and this is Richard West.
Good morning.
Hello there.
Pleased to meet you.
5.4.
So, Tom, what did you think of Dr. Smart's lecture?
I thought it was excellent, actually. What about you?
Me too. In fact, it was one of the best presentations I've ever heard.
I agree. Dr. Smart is a brilliant speaker.
I'm not sure I agree with brilliant, but it certainly was an interesting start to the conference.
5.5.
Excuse me, may I join you?
Please
yes,
do.
of course.
Thanks. I'm Tom O'Farrell, by the way.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Louisa Parker.
Hello.
This is Rebecca Fong, and this is Richard West.
Morning.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you. So, Tom, what did you think of Dr. Smart's lecture?
I thought it was excellent, actually. What about you?
Me too. In fact, it was one of the best presentations I've ever heard.
I agree. Dr. Smart is a brilliant speaker.
I'm not sure I agree with brilliant, but it certainly was an interesting start to the conference.
5.6. 1.
Hello, Alan. What did you think of Dr. Smart's talk?
Oh, good afternoon. I thought it was very interesting. I particularly liked her description of nursing in the future.
I agree. The nursing profession is really going through some interesting changes, isn't it? What about you, Jill? Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely. I thought it...
2.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you enjoying the conference so far?
Very much. What about you?
Yes. There have been some interesting speakers. What area of multidisciplinary studies are you involved in?
I'm very much...
3.
That was fascinating, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I got a bit lost in the middle.
Me too. But the handout helped a lot.
What handout?
Oh, didn't you get the handout? Look, I've got a...
5.7. 1.
Hi, Lucy. How's your family?
Hello, Sally. They're fine, thanks. And yours?
Yes, well, thanks. Are you going...
2.
It's a great city for a conference, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Is this the first time you've been here?
No, actually. I know the city quite well. What about you?
This is the first time.
3.
I'm from Chicago.
Really? Me too. Where exactly?
Hyde Park District, near the university. And you?
I'm quite close to you. I've got an apartment.
4.
I finished my essay. How about you?
Another 5 minutes. Will you wait for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll just...
5.8.
OK, that's it. I think I'll stop now and have a break. What about you?
Yes, I think I will too. Are you going for lunch now?
Yes, I am. What are you going to do?
5.9.
I had an interesting time this weekend.
Really? What did you do?
I went on a study trip to Leyburn.
Leyburn?
Yeah, it's a small coastal town in the north.
Oh, and?
Well, it was fascinating. We did a survey of study habits.
Study habits?
Yeah, study habits. It was amazing what we discovered about...
5.10.
Really? And? Leyburn? Really? Really?
5.11. 1.
Discussion. Introduction. Conversation.
2.
Biology, archaeology, anthropology.
3.
Medical. Musical. Physical.
5.12. 1.
Administration.
2.
Education.
3.
Pronunciation.
4.
Technology.
5.
Geology.
6.
Zoology.
7.
Electrical.
8,
Mechanical.
9,
Economical.
5.13. 1,
The government is increasing tax on fuel.
2,
We are looking into the development of a new multidisciplinary course in Arabic and American Studies.
3,
Thank you for that very interesting talk on the environment.
4,
This morning's lecture is on the early history of capitalism.
5,
As a teacher, you must not show favouritism in the classroom.
6,
I know many of you are interested in a career in journalism.
7,
The friendliness of the island people is well known.
8,
The accident was caused by the driver's carelessness.
9,
Blindness can be caused by bacteria in rivers and lakes.
10,
Young children have the ability to learn languages easily.
11,
The local community will benefit from the new sports centre.
12,
It is important that biological diversity, that is, the range of animals and plants, is maintained.
5.14. 1,
A microorganism is a very tiny living creature.
2,
A postdoctorate student is someone who continues to study after they have a PhD.
3,
An anti-theft alarm is a device in a car that makes a loud noise if someone tries to steal the car.
4,
A multinational organisation is one that works in many different countries.
5,
A biannual event is one that happens twice in 1 year.
5.15. 1,
Since the invention of the microchip and the creation of the World Wide Web, the way we exchange information has changed dramatically. This series of lectures will investigate how the nature and content of communication has changed. Hence the title, From Speech to Social Networking.
2,
This field of study can be divided into several important areas. For example, we'll be looking at the importance of the role of the HR department, that's human resources, in a modern company, as well as the basic principles behind the production of goods and services.
3,
When you tell people what you are studying, they will usually think that you design houses, theatres and other buildings. However, as you are aware, our profession involves far more than that. For example, many of our graduates go on to work in urban planning departments in cities across the country, or work in...
5.16. 1,
What do you think, Mia?
I'm not so sure, but...
Surely it's quite clear that...
Please, let Mia finish.
Sorry, Mia.
As I was saying, it's...
2,
I absolutely agree with Dr. Smith's point.
Well, I'm afraid that my research team produced very different results. How would you explain that, Dr. Smith?
Obviously, I would have to study your results more thoroughly in order to...
3,
How's the course going?
Not bad, actually, but there's an awful lot of work.
Yeah, for my course too. But most of it's research and reading, which I really like.
Lucky you. I have to write 2 or 3 essays a week.
5.17. 1,
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Glorious. I'm pleased to be here. It's rainy and cold at home.
Ah, and where's home?
2.
What do you think of the election results?
I'm pleased. I was really hoping they'd win. What about you?
I'm not so sure. I really thought it would be a victory for...
5.18.
Is this your first term?
Yes, it is. What about you?
Yes, and I'm having problems finding my lecture room.
What lecture is that?
Archaeology 101.
Really?
Yes. Why?
I'm studying archaeology too.